Congratulations on becoming a director. You've now demonstrated that you have tremendous potential with the ASEA opportunity, and we're looking forward to continuing to be there for you each step of the way on your path to great success. Our next goal is to make sure you have a total of 4 enrollments within your first 2 weeks of starting your ASEA business, so we can set that 4x4 duplication pattern in motion. If you're outside of your first 14 days, don't sweat it. But let's definitely make it a priority to enroll a total of 4 associates as fast as possible, because people tend to do what you do, not what you say. Okay, so let's dig in.
Before you enroll your next associate, you're going to need to learn some basics about team commissions to ensure you're maximizing your earnings. Team commissions are also known as binary commissions because this part of the compensation plan is based on 2s. The very first person you enrolled was automatically placed on the same side of your team structure as a person above you is to your upline. For example, if you are on the left side of your upline and enrolled someone named Tom, then Tom would be placed on your left side. Then, if you enrolled your next associate, Mary, she would be placed on your right side. However, if you were on the right side of your upline and enrolled Tom, he would be placed on your right while Mary would be placed on your left. The computer automatically does this for you, but now that you're getting ready to enroll your 3rd person, if you understand some basic strategy, you can potentially accelerate the growth of your organization. Now let's talk about how team commissions are calculated. The simplest way to explain it is that you receive 10% on the entire lesser team. So let me clarify with this example. Everyone under Helen here represents Cindy's left team, and in this particular commission week, 5,000 points of volume occurred on this side of Cindy's team structure. On Cindy's right side, which is everyone under Dave, 3,000 points of volume occurred. Therefore, Cindy earned 10% of 3,000 or $300 this particular week. Another great thing about ASEA's compensation plan is that since Cindy started with 5,000 points on her left, she would start the following week with the difference from 5,000 to 3,000, which is 2,000 points of volume. As long as Cindy is active by personally having at least 100 PV, she will continue to carry forward any unused volume week to week. Okay, so since you personally enrolled an active associate on your left and one on your right and became a director, let's see what it's going to take to get you to the next rank of Director 300. As long as you're a qualified director and have accumulated a total of 300 CV of volume, then you will become a Director 300. ASEA will send you a pin and a certificate to recognize your achievement. Now, the next rank is Director 700, which is a qualified director with 700 CV in the pay team. So as long as you have 700 CV in your lesser team in any given commission week, you're a Director 700, and you'll receive a Director 700 pin and certificate. Now let's talk about where you would put the 3rd person you sponsor to ensure that you're maximizing your earnings. At this point, you have one personally sponsored associate on your left and one on your right. The question is, where does your next enrollment go? Well, by default, the computer will automatically place your next enrollment on the outside of the team that has the lesser amount of volume. Now, in this illustration, I'm going to assume that everyone is coming in with the same package, and therefore your volume is perfectly balanced. So your 3rd enrollment in this example would go on the team leg. Now, your next enrollment will go on the next available position on the outside of your other team. And this will keep your team structure as balanced as possible. Remember, your team commissions are calculated by taking 10% of the entire lesser side. So the more balanced your left and right teams are, the higher the percentage of commissions you will receive. So as you continue to enroll people, the system will continue to keep you as balanced as possible automatically. Now, whenever you enroll someone, I would also highly recommend you call the people in between you and your new enrollment to let them know that you put someone underneath them to help motivate them to get to work. I also encourage you not to think in terms of balancing bodies, but rather balancing leaders. People who are actual proven leaders or go-getters. and will have high success potential. There may be times when you have a smaller amount of volume on one side of your organization, but there are already strong leaders there in place. In that case, you may want to place your next strong potential leader on your other team, even though it may have more volume at the time. Another exception might be if you are enrolling someone who may already have a relationship with someone in one of your other teams. Even if the person they have the relationship with is on your strong team, you might want to put that person on their side because it will anchor the leg for the long term, because they will be able to work together and mutually benefit from the volume activity. If you have any doubt whatsoever about where to place someone, you should consult your upline gold executive or higher. Now, if you're able to put people under other people, then people above you might also be doing the same as well. This is referred to as spillover. And again, the more you make everyone aware of the activity happening underneath them, the more likely it is that they'll recognize that and get to work. Let's say you call this person here and told them that they're leaving money on the table because they have a lot of activity happening on their right team. And if they just enroll 2 people and start going down their left team, they would be able to leverage that volume on their right. And if you did the same thing with people on your left team and they were duplicating that, can you see how this could go viral? Especially if everyone is continuing this behavior. This team commission part of ASEA's compensation plan will max out at $10,000 per week, which equates to $40,000 per month. Now, you're able to see what your organization looks like by using your virtual office. When you log into your virtual office, go to My Reports and then select Binary Placement Tree. Once in the Binary Placement Tree, you can see your organizational structure. If you hover over one of the symbols, you can get information about that associate. To see more levels, simply click on Organization. And it will expand out that section. Now, drop down the levels box and select the levels that you want to see. In this case, I'll select 20, and then I'll click Update Report. And the report will refresh. And you'll be able to see all the way down to 20 levels. In order to change where your new enrollments are being placed, go to My Account and then click on Placement Preferences. Then you will notice the default setting of balance and the 2 other options that allow you to force the next enrollment to be placed at the bottom of your left or right team. Now, the report that will be helpful to you, or the next report rather that will be helpful to you, is the Bonus Qualification Report. This can be found under My Reports, then Bonus Qualification. This report will tell you what rank you're currently qualified as. Below in the chart, it will tell you what you need to do to qualify for the next rank. In this case, the next rank would be Director, and this associate would need to have a personally sponsored active associate on her left and one on her right to be qualified as a Director. Now, if you click on the little triangle button on the right, it will show you what it would take to achieve the next rank. So let's do that. In this case, the next rank would be Director 300. She would not only need the active associates on her left and right, but also 300 points of volume on her lesser team as well. One more click on the right triangle will show what it would take to get to Director 700. As you can see, the only difference is the volume requirement going from Director 300 to Director 700. Now be sure to keep looking at your Road to Bronze worksheet on a daily basis. If you feel you're behind, then put more hours into your business to catch up. Increasing activity solves all problems. Watch this training as many times as you need to until you feel comfortable enough to teach it to others. Remember, it's not what you do in your ASEA business, it's what you duplicate. Congratulations again on becoming a director. I look forward to connecting back with you in part 3 when you reach the rank of Director 700.